They don't love it. They don't love it. They don't love it.
It's Madden NFL 24 on EA Sports, and we'll see who rules the skies in tonight's battle. It's the Baltimore Ravens and the Arizona Cardinals on Sunday night.
Some might say it's cold. Others, like myself and my partner, we say this is football weather as we welcome you to chilly M&T Bank Stadium near the Inner Harbor in Baltimore. Tonight, we've got a great Sunday night matchup on tap, as it'll be the Baltimore Ravens taking on the Arizona Cardinals. Brandon Gaudin and Charles Davis on hand, and this is a game where the defenses, they need to be on their toes, because you got quarterbacks here, yes, that can throw the football, but they can also run it very well, too.
Mobile quarterbacks. Remember, for the longest time, they used to tell the quarterbacks, stay in the pocket. We don't want you outside of it at all. Nowadays, that mobility, truly an asset, and people are game planning for it. As a scout told me recently, we are actually working with what the colleges are giving us nowadays.
The lane opens here. He's past the 30. Justice Hill. It's a foot race. And they are not going to catch him. He's in. Touchdown, Ravens. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
And they're going to mark that where it went out of bounds. So really good starting field position up past the 40-yard line. Wishing he had a mulligan. That's not how you want to start the game.
Not at all, because not only do you give up the penalty and good field position, but it just kills the momentum of your team as you start a game.
Right to the air. Here's Murray. That's complete to Michael Wilson. And he's able to get this one down to the 40-yard line. 19 yards right off the bat, and a quick first down.
With a start here to the ball game, you get the good kick return, followed by a quick first down through the air. If this defense isn't careful, they might be looking at a deficit before they know what hit them.
On 1st and 10, here's Murray. And he couldn't square up to throw there, and it falls incomplete.
The coverage keyed in on him since that last completion his way. He earned a little more attention on that route, and that made it a lot tougher to get a clean throw his way.
2nd and 10. They'll run for the first time with James Conner. And a good push up front, and he's able to navigate his way down inside the 30. It's a gain of 11 and a Cardinal first down. Defensively, they were in the 3-4, and that O-line just dominated the D-line there.
Let's go with a verbal telestrator here, because that D-line has a nose over the center, and it has the 2 defensive ends over the offensive tackles. That means the guards don't have anyone over the top of them. That creates a natural bubble inside, where they sprint upfield, take on the inside linebackers, and if the back hits it fast enough, there should be space to run.
After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. To throw is Murray. And he's going to be taken down back around the 35-yard line. Kyle Hamilton running up from his safety spot and earning the sack. These strong safeties, some people may not realize it. It's really like an extra linebacker, right?
It really is, because they're hybrids. Half linebacker, half defensive back. The linebacker in him on that play.
Under pressure, and they got to him again. Jadeveon Clowney showing the explosiveness on the sack. They'll make that a second sack here on their first drive out defensively, and not to get ahead of ourselves, but they're on pace for double-digit sacks at this point.
Well, they're going to have to find a way to tamp that down, aren't they? So if you're the play caller, you're telling your quarterback, maybe some screens, maybe some draws, hard count, use your voice inflection a little bit, anything to try and slow that pressure down.
The Ravens offense going to work, and as usual, it's Lamar Jackson, the former MVP of the league, at the helm.
Early part of his career, defenses really had to focus on his running ability, and they still do. But now, he's turned himself into a true dual-threat quarterback. When he plants his cleats in the ground and turns it loose, good things happen downfield.
Got it here at the 29 on 2nd and 8. From the gun, Jackson on the move to his left. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Lamar Jackson, such a threat with those legs, able to improvise and get the first. They're going to look to throw, escaping the pressure right. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down. To throw is Jackson out to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson from 17 yards out as his guys are able to extend their lead. And oh, it's no good. For the second time now in this first half, he's missed an extra point. Now he's back out there to boom this one away, maybe with some frustration after the PAT miss. Right after the touchdown to extend their lead, now maybe opening the door a little bit there by allowing starting field position at the 40.
Well, not one you see often there as he fails to keep it between the sidelines, and that is a penalty every time, and going to give this offense better field position.
And it's every kickoff guy's nightmare, isn't it? Because you don't see yourself doing this, and most of the time you don't.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. The sack there by Roquan Smith. And that is the third sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Man, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped up, shaking his head, frustrated right now behind center.
Now 3rd down and very long.
Here's Murray. That pass complete to Moore. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And that's going to make it 4th down.
Blake Gillikin on to punt here as he'll send this one away.
And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. We'll call that a 43-yard punt, 2 on the return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out looking.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers,
78 yards. And the Ravens are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Tucker now to add the point after. And oh, Can you believe it? He misses another one, his third so far. We are in for a good one as we're through one on EA Sports. Raven football here as we begin quarter number 2. As they've got it as we resume action. Here's Tucker now out to kick this one away. Certainly not what they wanted there, so the football by rule comes out to the 40.
Free kick out of bounds. Kicking team.
Well, you don't see that often. He just mishit it, and it goes out of bounds.
Well, I know sitting up here, and I'm looking at you, and you're looking at me, and I know we're both thinking the same thing. Isn't it easy enough to keep it between the sidelines? Because unless you're intentionally doing it for some reason, well, that's a costly mishit, and now you put your team in a bad spot.
Here's a throw, complete right side to start things out. Calling a gain of a yard, and it's second down.
It's vitally important to wrap him up immediately because if you let that big guy get a head of steam up, boy, then you've got real trouble trying to get him down.
But they're able to hold him to a short gain on first down. And the Raven pressure too much. Down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney. That is now 2 sacks for him here in this first half. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. They'll look to throw here. Under pressure, they got him again.
Marcus Williams getting the sack from the secondary. Blake Gillikin on to punt now on 4th down.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Fielded at about the 28. A great return there of 22 yards. And this offense takes over in great shape right at the 50. 1st and 10. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one. Yes, sir. How about an attaboy there on first down? Got his hand in and knocked it away.
From midfield now, here's Jackson. He's got the hook up to Odell Beckham. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. First catch there for OBJ, and that good for a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
And out of bounds right around the 20. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down.
Well, we've seen Jackson already have success in the first half running the football, and he gets good yardage on the ground again there. I mean, I know it's a $64,000 question, CD, but how do they contain him better?
You have to win against the blockers ahead of you. If those guys even occupy a defender for even a half a second, then Lamar Jackson is gone. You've got to take those blockers and move them so that you have clear vision of Lamar Jackson, and hopefully you can hem him in.
Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Jackson now steps away. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Lamar Jackson, 22 yards. And the Ravens are able to widen their lead here in this first half. And he missed it again. The 4th time now in this game alone, and that has to be great cause for concern over on that sideline. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. And able to get this out to the 25. The football going back over to Arizona now.
Well, CD, you kind of feel like they're in a bit of a danger zone right here because now you're down 3 scores, and I know we're in the first half, but the way this offense hasn't been able to generate anything, you feel like they probably need to get something going on this drive, right?
Yeah, and sometimes I overuse if this is an important possession, but I think this has to be the possession where they come up with it.
Oh, Connor loses it. Oh, and one of the linemen on the other side has got it.
Wow, that ball is not free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover.
Play fake. Murray.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Justin Matabike in there to get him. That is the 6th time that they have sacked him tonight. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. On 3rd down, it's Connor. And he will fight his way forward to about the 23-yard line. Now we're going to get a stoppage here as we've got an injured Cardinal on the field. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Returnable here from the 38. It gets by him, and now a little daylight. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. A 62-yard punt return. And the Ravens have opened the lead up to 30. Tucker with the extra point, and the route is on here in this first half.
Cardinals nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
So after surrendering the punt return for a score, let's see what they can do in turn on this kickoff.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it. The football back in the hands of the Arizona Cardinals. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
And this drive is almost over before it began thanks to a great defensive effort. Sack on 1st down, followed by an incompletion. One more good rep, and they get off the field.
On 3rd down, here's Carter.
And not a whole lot to speak of there as they'll bring him down shy of the 20. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down.
We often talk of situational football. Let's just call it team football. The defense did their job, got off the field, brought up a punting situation, so they're turning the ball back over to their offense. You think those guys will get along very well right now? Of course they will. Defense helped the offense. Now it's their turn to take it downfield.
Take it at the 37.
A pretty good punt, but a nice 13-yard return.
And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. They've got good starting field position as they come up here 1st and 10 right at the 50-yard line. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is caught on the sideline, and he gets out of bounds as well. How about that? Give him 32 on the play.
This offense is looking very comfortable here in this first half. Very relaxed, very smooth, very efficient. No wasted motions. Things are definitely going their way, and they continue to move the ball downfield.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. Second and right at a yard. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And they line up now for what will likely be the last play of the first half. Final play of the half here. It's Jackson dancing to his left. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, as time expires in the first half. And the Ravens will extend their lead here just before halftime. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that will take us to the end of the first half of play. So we've reached halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. Runs through the contact. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35.
The Cardinals ready to go here to start the third quarter. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them. On second down, a run with Carter.
And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33.
Just a loss of a yard there, but it's not going to help. Now they face a 3rd and 14.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Patrick Queen got in there to stick him. He gets the sack.
Here comes the Cardinals punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And take it right on the 30. And shedding the tackle, and now some room. An excellent return that time, 26 yards. And the Ravens set up well to begin their drive as it'll begin in enemy territory already.
And Baltimore's offense set for this next possession.
Edwards now on 1st and 10. And he works free. Shoves him aside. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown.
45 yards for Gus Edwards. And the Ravens extend their lead yet again.
Tucker with the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
The Cardinal offense here ready to take over.
Well, we're still in the third quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as a time to just improve and maybe start to look towards the future?
I think you have to find something to play for, something to grasp onto until the clock runs out. But, Brandon, we've been around this game a long time. This is an outlier. You don't get many blowouts like this no matter how the game looks on paper going in. This one has turned out to be everyone's worst nightmare realized.
And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. Pretty good job defensively. Thought he was going to get it, but they knew where that marker was, and they stopped him just short of it.
What it does is emphasize that strategic football and situational football is not just played on the offensive side, is it? Defense understanding, as you noted, where the first down marker was and making sure they didn't get there.
And he is going to have a Cardinals first down, and he'll have it by plenty as they're able to keep the drive alive on 3rd and inches.
Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We're in Baltimore, 3rd quarter action, 2nd and 10. They'll fake it to Connor. Now Murray.
And he goes down. The Ravens able to get to him.
Credit that sack to Travis Jones.
So one quick, easy analysis about why they've struggled so far. They keep putting themselves in 3rd and long situations. They just took another sack right there.
And the offensive film session tomorrow may be a little longer. And pressure coming, and they got him once again. The safety blitz turns out to be a great call defensively as they sack him for a loss of 9. Here comes the Cardinals punter now as he's on to kick it away. Pulled in at the 24.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt.
And out will come the offense as they take over. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. And they'll just simply be looking to build off the confidence of the last time out where they scored a touchdown.
And confidence is powerful, isn't it? When you've scored once, you feel like you can go back out there and get it done again. Doesn't matter what the defense throws at them. They feel like they're in a groove right now.
There he goes, left side.
Inside the 10.
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown.
Zay Flowers.
His 2nd touchdown of the night.
And the Ravens have got it on cruise control.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter.
Cardinals, nothing. Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
Arizona getting ready to go as they take the field.
Well, the disparity in this game, it just seems to grow with each possession here, Charles. They are really struggling. They have not put up a single point, and on the other side, the points keep piling up and up and up.
So you know the frustration level has to be rising, right? So they've got to find a way to quell that because otherwise they certainly won't get anything done in this one. Keep diving deeper into the offensive playbook, but bottom line is don't quit competing.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, and it's going to lead to 3rd down.
When you run in the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
They'll run with Carter.
And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They'll go again with Carter.
And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Travis Jones makes a tackle.
2nd and 10 at the 36-yard line.
1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. Back now in Baltimore. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 2nd down, here's Murray. Buying time to his... And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. He'll wind up losing a full 9 yards here on the sack. Now it's 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Murray now. fighting through pressure. And the pressure gets to him again.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss.
Partner, my vocabulary isn't that great, but to me, there's only one word that fits this front seven today, and that's dominant. 4 and 5 sacks is already rare in one game. Getting to more than 6 in one contest while winning by this many points, an absolutely astounding effort by every player involved.
Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
Here comes the Raven offense now, ready for another possession.
CD, I mean, they have just been scoring at will. It's been score after score after score, and a lot of times blowout for a lopsided ball game. This has kind of gone past that. I think we're in historic territory right now.
You nailed it. Historic territory. Perfect phrase for what we are watching. If this were a movie, what kind of rating would we put on it? Who would you allow to watch what we're watching right now? Let's hope this one gets over fast, because this game, well decided a long time ago. And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards to pick up there. Good for a Raven first.
Well, fans expect these primetime slots to deliver some of the best games each week. And one team has certainly followed through with that tonight. Just an absolute clinic, Charles, on offense here. And they don't seem to be done trying to drive that football.
Yep. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Lamar Jackson, an 18-yard touchdown run.
And the Ravens continue to run up the score. They lead it big here in the 4th.
Tucker with the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
Here's the Arizona offense now as they get set to take over.
Well, it's been a struggle so far for this offense, Charles. It's not only that they haven't been able to put the points up, but really stringing yards together has been a real issue for them in this one.
I'm so glad you brought up the yardage, because I was thinking to myself, we've seen a lot of NFL games, and we've seen our share of lopsided contests, but in almost all of them, both offenses have put up at least 200 yards in a game, but not in this one. This has been a display of offense that, frankly, I think the two of us have watched from behind our hands, trying to spread our fingers wide enough.
Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he'll be taken down, but not before they reach the 50. It's a gain of 34.
Well, that's something you haven't had to talk about much this game. A nice big play right there. But this team, overall, they haven't done a whole lot offensively.
Well, they're still sitting on the goose egg. We talk about defenses having pride in it. And Murray in trouble here, and down he goes. Jadeveon Clowney bringing the pressure yet again. That's his 3rd sack here tonight. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. Here's Murray under pressure, and they get it to him again. Odafe Oweh showing off the pass rush skills. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. Murray with a 3rd and long.
He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked up by Brandon Stevens.
And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line.
Well, partner, I got to tell you, I'm trying to think of something positive to say for this offense, but I'd have to be a spin doctor for that one. This has been a tough performance to watch.
And I think it's hard at this point to actually identify what's really gone wrong. I guess the catch-all is everything. Doesn't sound like real sharp analysis, but I don't have much else for you.
And the scoreboard just lopsided, and it's been ugly from the get-go.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. That one into the hands of Flowers. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. 10 yards there, good enough for a Raven first down. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this one. He's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now. Forced out to his left. Able to push his way through. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. The improv act there, good for 9. And now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. Now it's Jackson. Working the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. A little surprise pays off on 3rd and 1. Pass instead of run. Gets him 15 yards. Throwing is Jackson. Rolling to his left. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
This defense, so many things to worry about in the red zone area, but you'd have to almost think that Lamar Jackson running the football, that might be number 1.
And they fake it. They pitch to the tight end. And shedding through the tackle. And this play is not going to work. He's out of bounds, well shy of the goal line. And the try for 2, unsuccessful.
Another not asking me, but I'll give you my opinion anyway. I think it's time to erase that play from the call sheet. I guess they figure with the big lead they can experiment a little bit. But all in all, just go ahead and put that play on ice.
And the Cardinals hands team able to secure the football. Well, 4th quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we've brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball.
Trying to fit it into Moore, but it's intercepted. Picked up by Marcus Williams.
And the Ravens are going to have the football here at their own 35-yard line. Well, this game was already decided, Charles, let's be honest. But now another feather in the cap of this defense as they pick him off for the 2nd time.
You're right about that. Things have been going pretty well for them, to put it mildly. But they're still out there hunting for big plays and get another one right there.
And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 to first. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. His throw incomplete.
Well, let's face it, not a lot left for them to prove in this game, but they're still throwing the football. I guess, of course, CD, you could always get the backups some work. There's new plays to try out. But some people, let's face it, they just want to run the score up. It's fun.
I love the way that you expressed that, because you gave plenty of reasons why people like to do things. But ultimately, they just like to keep their foot on the gas, and they just want to tromp on teams. And what I like to see is, if you like to do that, how do you handle it when it comes back against you? On those days where someone can run it up on you, do you handle it the way that you expect your opponent to? If so, keep doing your thing.
On 3rd down, here's Dobbins. He stiff arms it. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 46 yards rushing for him now in just his first 3 carries.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell him to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences when you're overly aggressive and you don't secure tackles. Guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, cost some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
Now here's a pass on 1st down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Charles, they're still airing it out at this point despite that huge lead. And some people may be saying, well, why are they throwing the football? These guys, I guess, are just padding their stats at this point.
Yeah, there are a lot of big grins, I think, from people and their families, from themselves. You're exactly right. Pad the stats when you get an opportunity. It'll certainly help you come contract time. And, Brandon, this is the time of the game when Jackson could really take over. He's got the defense's legs a little bit tired. He's got them on the run.
Yeah, this defense looks gassed, and you're exactly right. 2nd half with the lead. This is when Lamar Jackson seems to thrive.
And just shy of the goal line as he's out of bounds right at the 1. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Jackson going to give this one to Edwards. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Tucker now for the extra point. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays.
And it was polished off by the Gus Edwards touchdown run.
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown.
And a touchback as Dortch elects not to return it.
At their own 25-yard line.
Murray, one final try. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one, and that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive.